students, welcome to my channel. And today we will talk about semester second assignments for the subject strategic management, and this is for December 2022 cycle. So hope you are aware that this is a regular cycle, so all the students who have enrolled in the month of January, February or March 2022, so for all of the students, they are having this subject in your as a part of your uh, semester, for which you need to give the exam as well as you need to submit the assignments. And being first sem and second sem are the common are having the common subjects for all the streams, irrespective you have opted for ITSM or maybe you have opted for BFM or any other stream. So first and second sem remains the same. All the six subjects will be same for all the students. Just giving a brief about the assignments. Hope you have already cleared the first semester assignment, so you are aware that assignments cover 30 marks out of the total 100 marks. 70 marks is for exams. In 30 marks, you will getting three questions which you can download it from your NMIMS portal by going to the exams link, and on exams there is an assignment wherein you can download all the PDF files. Each PDF file is having three questions of 10 marks. Third question is having two parts, third A and third B. So basically you need to submit the assignment before 29th of November. Two important things keep in your mind. The very first one is the copy case and the second one is the plagiarism. So don't ever don't ever share your assignments with your colleagues or friends. Definitely you can share after the closure of the last date, that is 29th of November, but try avoid doing that. And second one is plagiarism. So if you are using internet or referring to Google content or any case study or maybe NMIMS books, videos or any other study material, try to reframe the sentences in your own words. Don't directly copy paste it from there, otherwise you will get into plagiarism, and due to which your all the efforts will go into the vain and you will get the 0 marks. So try avoiding doing that. Now coming back to the assignments PDF. So if you see, this is the assignment PDF for your strategic management. So all the students will had received a mail couple of days back where they have changed the strategic management question, and you have already received the notification. So if you see, this is the new file, strategic management assignments December updated file, and the second one is December strategic management assignment December cycle, right? So if I compare, I just try to compare both the content, so everything remains the same. There is no difference into this, so maybe you can use any one of this. The only thing which is differing in the second question is one particular line, which is do you think that IPL brand, this particular line, right? If you compare with the already the new one, they have just like in the past IPL has organized the event in this. Why would IPL so inconsistent, so insistent, so continuous with this? So they have just mistakenly added this line in the old assignment, so you just need to ignore. Rest all is the same, so it doesn't matter if you go to the new PDF or the old file. The question is the same and everything is the same, but obviously just try when you are preparing the assignment, just download the latest version from your NMMS portal, right? Now going back to our presentation. So as you all know that in my videos I just try to explain what is being asked in the question, what content needs to be written and what page numbers we can refer from the book, so that you will get a better understanding about the context, about the case studies, and you can write the assignments in a very easy and a very quick manner. One thing about the strategic management assignment this time, this is a very different you can say very different assignment. You won't find much of the stuff from the book. Many a times you need to refer internet or apply your brains to write the answer. They are not asking a straightforward answers from the book, so this is a little bit tricky one in this cycle. Earlier it was very easy, but this time they have made it the questions a little bit tougher one, right? So let's start with our first question. You are the marketing director of the Citibank. Your bank is making huge profits globally in the consumer banking division. Your organization wants to cut short to cut back on the consumer banking and want to focus on the business to business segment. What type of strategy it is? Create a strategic plan for the disinvestment. How will you handle the employee reactions, anger? Prepare a communication strategy. So first of all, understand that I hope you many of you are aware that Citibank is pulling their hands. It's just ending up their business in India. This is a very recent story, I think, couple of months back. So what they are doing, they are ending the consumer part, where normally a person goes to the bank, opens a bank account, having locker facility, ATM facility, having certain kinds of FDs or savings accounts. So they are just trying to end up that business, and they are trying to focus with the B2B business, right? They are planning to just talk with the many companies, so that they can have more current accounts instead of the saving accounts. So they are looking forward to grow more into the business to business side, by dealing with the big MNCs, big companies, and they are focusing on that step. So this we call it as die investment. So here we need to talk about the strategy, that what is this all about. Secondly, being employees are changing, the communications are changing, the consumers are changing. So that's why we just need to think that how we need to communicate the same stuff to the customers. So I find that they have written that how you handle employee reactions or anger. It's not the employee, it's basically the customers, because customers account, you are ending up with their customers. So suppose I have put 1 lakh of rupees or maybe 10 lakh of amount in Citibank, and one day they just simply said, "Okay, boss, we are just ending up with your account. Just take back all the money, and we are closing your account." So definitely, it's a very normal human tendency that anger comes into the mind, that who boss, what is this? So how or which communication strategy you need to implement to just cater that customer's anger. So let's see what needs to be written. In book there's a very limited stuff which is given, that is on page number 175 and 176. So I'm going to the book page number 175 and 176. So on 175, there's mentioned retrenchment strategies. There are a couple of strategies where we are having the weak competitive position. So they just try to end up their business, or maybe they put some alternate strategy, which that, like some of the strategy are turnaround strategy, captive company strategy, or the sellout or divestment strategy, or bankruptcy or liquidation. So these are the four strategies. In the question, what is being asked is about the sellout or the divestment strategy, where they are just selling off their slow business, or you can say they're ending up their business and they want to grow in some other field, in some other way. So it's better to just give a brief about all of these strategies, and then specify about the divestment strategy. In addition to this, you need to specify about the certain communication strategies. Definitely you need to google out a bit to get a more understanding, like how to handle the angry customers, or how to tackle the customers, what are the certain ways, with the regular email notifications, via chatbots, or maybe you can just call on one-to-one basis. Many a times you need to provide some additional features, or some benefits to the customer, so that you can end up with the happy customers. Try to convert them as a happy customer instead of the sad customers if you are ending up the business, right? Because we never know that one day or the another day, that will be a part of some big MNC, and you need to deal with those customers. So always try to end up with the happy customers. So you need to specify a couple of communication strategies as well. You need to explore a more from the from Google, to get more content. From this, from book you will get a very limited stuff. So this is about the first question. Moving to the question number 2, the IPL has never missed a session. Despite the pandemic, the IPL organizes seasons in the UAE. In the past, the IPL has organized its event in South Africa. Why would the IPL so insistent on continuing with the seasons despite challenges it faced? Do you think IPL brand would have been tarnished having had a couple of seasons got missed? Would the missing a season affect the IPL brand? Analyze and evaluate. So it's talking about the IPL. So cricket lovers, that's the best question for you to answer. We have seen that even before pandemic or during pandemic or post pandemic, IPL is always a consistent. They have never deal with any kind of worldwide pandemic issues. They continue working on their regular pattern. They continue with their seasons, whether they need to go outside the country anywhere in UAE or South Africa. So we need to discuss, okay, if you are catering one brand, then you have to maintain some qualities, and definitely you are having a number of customers, right? Customers, or you can say in this case in IPL we are having so many viewers. So viewers are always having a thought in their mind that okay, the IPL season is coming. They planned accordingly, and all of a sudden if the brand will say no, we are not planning for IPL this time, like like if I talk about the BCCI. So in that case, the customer, it will make a negative impact on the customer. So in the question it's being asked that the very first thing is why IPL is so consistent in making its seasons every time. Second thing, if the IPL brand, if suppose the seasons will get missed due to pandemic or due to some other issue, then do you think that IPL brand will get a little bit tarnished, or maybe it will come to a lower side? And we need to analyze and evaluate all these stories, and definitely being pandemic, that was the best part, that when IPL got its boom, because it's work from home. All the persons or all the cricket lovers earlier who were not able to watch the IPL matches, they were getting enough time to watch the IPL matches during the pandemic. So that was basically a boom for the IPL branding. So we need to talk about again, in book nothing is mentioned about IPL, so you need to google out a little bit to understand that how the branding and how positioning works in this case. The few things which you can find from the book, although it's not much, but yes, you can refer 126, going to the page number 116, sorry. So on page number 116, you will find a few things. Maybe you can talk about the market position segmentation. That's again important, and its brand and the corporate reputation. If I talk about BMW, in book it's mentioned about some big brands, so you need to relate the same with the IPL, that how branding is important, how you need to position the market, and if a brand will go down, what will be its negative consequences. Maybe you can take a recent example of the Maggie was a boom in the market, and all of a sudden due to certain issues, it goes very slow down, and it was completely banned in the market. Now they are coming back, the brand is coming back again, right? So it's very important to create a special space in the hearts of the customers, and you need to maintain that particular space. Otherwise there are multiple other options, and people will stop loving you and they will move to some other brands. In IPL, definitely the cricket lovers will always continue with the IPL, but definitely it will impact, and maybe in a low quantum or maybe in a high quantum, if the BCCI would not conduct some of the seasons due to some or the another reason. So it's better that they will continue with the seasons, and they will continue with their brand which they have maintained in the past couple of years. So this is the way how you write about the second question. Now going to the third question, again it's we are talking about a strategy. You are the head corporate strategy for the Cinema Express, a successful theater chain having 20 theaters and 80 screens in tier 2 towns of India. With the pandemic hitting hard at the theater business, with prolonged shutdowns, business has been badly impacted. Although with the customer sentiment has been along with this, the customer sentiments has been dampened deeply. As a business, as a company head of the strategy, what strategies would you evolve in evolving the business, in evolving your organization remains relevant in the post pandemic world? Create a strategic plan. It's a very normal thing. I think most of the companies were hit hard during the pandemic, which was significantly impacted. Some of them needs to end up their business, some continue with their business with heavy losses. The same thing happened with the theater chains as well. The worst part is because it was covered under the entertainment part, so all the theater chains or gyms, or maybe some swimming pools, they were hit hard by the pandemic, because government had opened a lot many stuff, but they were the last who were being opened, being these were the part of the entertainment. Even gym was giving a priority because that was a part of health, but not the cinema halls and the movie theaters. So it was badly impacted. So now the time has come that they need to come back, and definitely they are looking for the to come back with their losses which they had faced in the past 2 years. So how uh, they can bring back with their profits, and secondly how they will get their customers happy, and how the customers will be back coming to the theater. So we need to talk about the strategic plan. So going to the page number 19. So if we talk about the page number 19, it's mentioned about the, I think there was mention on, yeah. So we are talking about a little bit about the strategy. What is the strategic all about, and what are the three strategies, like the corporate strategy, the business strategy, and the functional strategy. And you need to relate all of these with the movie theaters. Like the corporate strategies overall, they're thinking from the business perspective. Business strategy is thinking about the business units or at the product level. Functional strategy, how it will be function, or how additional things which they can implement as a part of innovation. So we need to talk about all these strategies, and need to specify that how these strategies will be helpful in bringing back the theater chains after pandemic. So this is the way how you write. Definitely you can just google a little bit to get more about the strategies, or you can mention a couple of new strategies which are being implemented. So this is about the third A question. Moving to the third B question: how will you reposition your company brand in the future? Create two new products in the theater chain, which can ensure relevance and protect your company from unseen circumstances. So going to the page number 149. So in which here we need to talk about the two new innovative things which you can implement so that you can have a competitive advantage in bringing back, because see, you are not the only theater chain, there are many more, and definitely everyone is looking for bringing back, come up with the more profits and giving make their customers happy. So you need to think over like how you can bring some competitive advantage in comparison to your other competitors. So you need to talk about page number one. On page number 149, it's mentioned hyper competition and competitive advantage sustainability, how you can sustain by the competitive advantage. As you know that every business is having four cycles, like they start, then grow, then start declining, and basically end. So if it's a start, then it's good, increasing it's good, but at a neutral and at a declining phase, you need to think over the new innovation techniques. If I talk about mm, the new techniques which can be implemented, the innovative things which can be implemented for you can say the cinema halls, then the very first thing is the 5D or the 6D concept, right? Maybe you can come up with the advantage high tech 5D 6D innovative things. Second thing is about the screens. So you are having the curved screens, or maybe you can come up with a more clarity in watching the movie on the screen. Next part is about the music system, or you can say the sound system, woofer system, that also can be enhanced. Maybe you can talk about a little bit about the recent technologies. The last one is the seating arrangement, how you can provide the more seating facilities so that a person can easily watch the movie and in a very comfort way, like he's sitting in his home. One more thing, like if I talk about food, so in the break time the person needs to go and to need to collect and order the food. Maybe you can just have one innovative technique wherein you can order the food from mobile while watching the movie, and the robot or some other, not a person, the bot will come up to give you the food, right? So these are the few techniques. Maybe you can come up with more techniques based on your understanding and your innovative ways, how we can just implement. I just mentioned a couple of few as an example, so it's purely your call, and you can refer to internet to get more understanding or more about these competitive strategies and innovative techniques for cinema halls. So this is all about strategic management assignment. Just make sure that's a little bit tricky, so put more efforts, more time to just prepare in comparison to the other subjects. And if you have any doubts or facing any issue, you can feel free to connect to me at ngasc.mba@gmail.com. And if you like this video, do like, do subscribe, and stay connected for further videos. Thank you so much.